Hello, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a new video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Frank Zhu, and I'm a college professor teaching sociology, history, and philosophy. I'm also an award-winning landscape photographer. In one of my previous videos, I introduced to you a subject called social psychology. In that video, I explained how social psychology is related to but different from sociology, which is a subject that I teach. In today's video, I'm going to talk about personality, which is a topic of study in both sociology and psychology. If you are not a college student, the subjects of sociology and psychology may sound very academic, but they are also relevant to every one of us in our everyday life. Personality, for example, is a very useful topic to study if we want to better understand ourselves, better interact with others, and improve our mental health. As I shall explain in this video, it is so important that we all should study it, or at least learn something about it. First of all, let me give you the definitions of the word personality. You must have noticed that I said the word definition in plural form, and that's because different people define it in different ways. And as a sociology professor, I find many of them acceptable, and I use them in different situations. For example, some people define it simply as the state of being a person. This simple definition is useful when my focus is not a detailed explanation of the term personality. However, when my task centers on the term personality, I may use a more complicated definition such as this one. Personality is the combination of characteristics or qualities that form an individual's distinctive character. When I want to cover more areas, I may define personality as the sum total of the physical, mental, emotional, and social characteristics of a person, which may change as one grows older. Regardless of the different definitions, personality is everything about you that makes you a unique individual, someone who is different in big or small ways from everybody else. Although the word personality seems a simple word, it is a very difficult concept, which is why I will probably need to make several videos trying to explain what it is, how it develops, and how it changes as we grow older or as we are in different social situations. Of course, I will also explain a couple of personality theories. If you are interested, please subscribe so that you won't miss the future videos. As I pointed out, every one of us has a different personality because we are all different. It is no exaggeration to say that your personality is one of your most important assets because it is a decisive factor in determining whether or not you can succeed in life. Your personality can limit or expand your options and choices in life. Your personality has already shaped your experiences up to now, and it will continue to do so for the rest of your life. Whether you will make a good husband, wife, partner, or parent, even your health can be influenced by your personality and the personalities of those around you. To illustrate my point, let me put a question to you. How often have you said or hear people say that someone has a terrific personality? By that, you typically mean the person is affable, pleasant, nice to be around, and easy to get along with. In your daily life, your perception of a person's personality plays a very important role in your decisions. For example, you might choose this person to be a friend, roommate, or colleague at work. If you are a manager, you might choose to hire this person. If you are ready to commit to a relationship, you might want to marry this person. On the other hand, there are people whom you may describe as having a terrible personality. They may be aloof, hostile, aggressive, unfriendly, unpleasant, or difficult to get along with. You will not want to have anything to do with them. They may also be shunned, rejected, and isolated by other people. But keep this in mind. While you are making judgments about the personalities of other people, they are making the same kinds of judgments about you. Every time when people are in a social situation which requires them to meet new people and interact with them, all of them form opinions about each other's personalities. And based on their opinions, all of them make decisions which will shape the lives of both the judged and the judges. Speaking of interactions, I want to point out the important role of personality in another aspect. The number and variety of social situations you are involved in are determined by your personality. For example, a relatively more sociable person has more opportunities to socialize with other people than a relatively shyer person. Now you may ask that our personality is just the mask we wear when we face the outside world. To some extent, this argument is due to the fact that the word personality came from the Latin word persona, which refers to a mask used by actors in a play. In this sense, personality refers to our external and visible characteristics, which other people can see. Our personality would then be defined in terms of the impression we make on others, that is, what we appear to be. While this argument sounds reasonable, one crucial question remains, that is, does personality refer solely to the mask we wear and the role we play? Surely, when we talk about personality, we mean more than that. We mean to include many things, many attributes of an individual, a totality or collection of various characteristics that goes beyond superficial physical qualities. The word encompasses a host of subjective, social, and emotional qualities as well, including those qualities we may not be able to see directly, which a person may try to hide from us, or which we may try to hide from them. Indeed, we often hear people say that someone has a terrific or terrible personality. While this is a common way of describing personality, it is overly simple to try to sum up the total constellation of someone's personality characteristics by using such fuzzy terms as terrific and terrible. The subject of personality is too complex for such a simplified description because humans are too complex and changeable in different situations and with different people. We need to be more precise in our language to adequately define and describe personality. For that reason, sociologists and psychologists have devoted considerable amount of time and efforts to developing tests to assess or measure personality. You may think you don't need a psychological test to tell you what your personality is like, and in general, you may be right. After all, you probably know yourself better than anyone else. For example, if I ask you to use a few words to describe your personality, no doubt you can do it without too much thought. assuming you are being honest with yourself. However, suppose I want you to write down as many adjectives as you can think of to describe what you are really like, not how you would like to be or what you want your professors or parents or social media friends to think you are like, but the real you. How many words can you find? 6? 10? A few more? Well, for many people, the list they can come up with will not be a long one. Partly because they may not know themselves so well, and partly because the vocabulary of adjectives most people can use is not enough for an adequate description. So, sociologists and psychologists have compiled a number of long lists for those people to use. One list offers an astonishing 300 adjectives that describe personality. But of course, most people would only use a small portion of it. On the next screen of this video, you will find a list of 30 adjectives, which I have put together for this video. You may want to pause the video when the screen appears so that you can take a piece of paper and write down the words that you think apply to you. After you are done, have another look at the list on your paper before resuming the video. You will be surprised to find that you now know so much more about your personality. Of course, please keep in mind, there are many adjectives I did not put on the list. You may want to search for them online if you are interested. Now that you have a better idea about your own personality, I will make more videos in the future talking about how you have developed the personality. In other words, I will talk about what forces and what factors shape your personality. I will also be asking and answering questions about the nature of personality. For example, are we born with a certain type of personality, or do we learn it from our parents? Is our personality influenced by unconscious forces? Does it change as we get older? To help answer those questions, I will cover a number of theories that have been proposed by social scientists. In one word, I will have a lot to talk about the topic of personality in my future videos. If you are interested, please subscribe to this channel so you won't miss them. Well, that is all for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.